All right, for this first assignment, I want you to select a data set from a website and use it to create a chart. All right, so in class, we went to a couple of sites. I think Bureau of Labor Statistics.gov, which has lots of data. You can also go to census.gov. There's lots of things, and there's a website, Kaggle.com, requires a sign-in that you can use to search for data sets. For example, sports franchise revenue, right? And right, NBA franchise record. That and download that. All right, that comes in as a zip file. All right, so you have to unarchive it. And notice it comes in as a CSV file. Well, that's fine. You don't have to specifically get an Excel file. If you get a CSV, though, don't just double-click to open it. Right-click and make sure you open it with Excel. Now, on Windows, it may or may not open up by default with Excel. All right, so then you have your data, right? And you can modify the width of the columns. And then chart anything that seems of interest to you. All right, for example, we may want to chart the age of the franchise, right? So to do that, I'll select the names of the teams and then control select the years. Or on Mac, that would be command select. Right. I messed up a little bit. All right, so your first selection should include the column title, and then command select or control select if you're on Windows, and select what data you're plotting against those labels. If you look on the Insert tab, very likely under Recommended Charts, right, you'll have a nice option there. Right, so here's a clustered bar chart, clustered column. They also have an option there for a Pareto chart. That doesn't really make much sense in this context. I'm going to go with the clustered bar chart. That's easiest to read. And again, it will put the chart right on top of your data and move you to the Chart Design tab. Okay, at that point, you want to click Move Chart all the way on the right of the Chart Design tab and give it a name. Age of franchise chart. Okay, and there you are. And then look for some options and ways to make the chart more readable. For example, YRS. Well, I can put the whole thing there, right? Age of team in years, right? Something like that. Right. There's a lot of options that you can do here. On the Chart Design tab, all the way on the left, there's Chart Elements. And for example, you might want data labels, right? All right? That would put the actual years at the end of each bar, right, so you wouldn't have to read down to the scale. Look for different styles that might enhance the appearance. When you've made your selections and created the chart, make sure you said, now if you opened it as a CSV file, see this notice here, some features will be lost if I just save it. To preserve these features, and that would include the chart, all right, save it as an Excel format, and they give you a nice handy little button right over here, Save As, and make sure you're saving it as an Excel chart. All right, so when you create a name for something, all right, put your name in the title of the file, All right, I'm going to move the location. I don't really want it on the downloads folder. I'm going to change it to the desktop. Save, and then also go to the properties, the summary tab, and put your name in as the author. All right, if you set up your machine with your first and last name, it may already appear in there, but if you set it up with a nickname or if it's a shared computer or lab machine or something like that, you will have to do this. So there's lots of possibilities there. You don't have to get business data from your Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can go to Kaggle, look up movie revenue data, sports franchise data, whatever interests you. So I'm going to save that now and look at another example. All right. I also downloaded Louisiana population by age and parish. Okay, this plainly I'm doing on Windows to illustrate some of the difference. And it's an Excel file already, and it's set up as a table, right? So we can sort things. All right, now, there's 64 parishes in Louisiana. That's actually too much to fit on a chart. So if I tried to chart, say, location and population, let's try the same kind of chart, clustered bar chart, and move it to a new sheet, population by parish, we'll call this. There's too many lines to fit the labels, right? So you don't really see all the parishes here. So if you have something like this, movie data could come like this too. I downloaded box office revenue from movies, and it was over 900 movies. You're not going to be able to chart that much. So if you have something like that, just select a portion of the data that's of interest to you, and something that'll can be accommodated on a single chart. If you mess up a chart, by the way, the easiest thing to do is just delete the sheet and start over. All right, suppose I only want to chart the most populous 20 parishes. All right, so these little buttons here let you sort. So if I want the 20 largest parishes, I'd sort maybe largest to smallest, and then just pick the top 20. Now if I make a chart, top 20 parishes, we get that. Now the Add Chart Element button is also available on Windows, of course, but Windows also have some additional controls, right, that you see over here. These are not available on Mac. So the chart elements are available over here. Right, so I can put data labels. I can put the numbers right with the bars. And, of course, I can change styles. Windows gives you live preview. Right, so you can see what something is going to look like before you actually choose it. So whatever's most readable, and take a look at that. See, something like this is really not very readable. It kind of pops out, but I think it's hard to read. Right, that's a little better. So maybe we'll go with that. And again, then we'll want to save as. Put your name into the file name. And on Windows, you get to the properties from Info, Properties, Advanced Properties. And there's the author property. So there's a security warning because this was a downloaded spreadsheet. We're not worried about that. And I don't think it's saved. Save as. I click save. Save. And the reason I'm asking you to put your name in the file name is so that your name appears in the title bar when I open the file. All right, so I'll see whose it is right at a glance. It doesn't have to be a bar chart; can be any kind of chart. It depends on the data that you're using. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.